This is Josh from Kohler Equipment. We're taking a look at a new model compact track loader from Wacker Neuson. This is the ST27. So they've had a mid-frame and large frame machine, and now this is getting into a smaller frame. So we've got a lower overall machine height of 79.5 inches, whereas the others were 83. And we have an overall width of 60 inches. The 31s were about 64, so that's going to give us a narrower footprint. We still have the 74 horse Kohler Diesel engine, which is putting out obviously 74 horsepower with no DEF or REGEN. We have our all-season tracks on this machine. It is fairly loaded out. We've got LED lights, that's now standard on their machines. High flow 14-pin auxiliary over here, right on top of the hydraulic bank. They redesigned the boom on this machine, so you can see there's more cab visible on this than like the old style 31s, and that's because they changed the shape of the frame. So before, whereas the frame was designed to be used either with a wheel machine or track machine, this now slopes to follow the boom, which allows for better cab visibility. You can see the angle there is a much lower angle, so it kind of follows the track. And they also widen the boom out a little bit. That allows for that door to open more easily, even with the boom up a couple feet. I'll show a little clip here. With the redesigned boom on this ST27, and it'll be the same on the 31s and 37s, we can now open the door almost completely with the boom, I would say almost 2 feet off the ground. So whereas before we had to be almost completely on the ground, here we can be up off the ground a significant amount and still get the door open, thanks to a widened boom, which before the door would hit this cylinder right here, and now by widening it out, the door clears that cylinder, and this step is the first thing that we have contact with on the door. Much nicer. And then they redesigned the undercarriage. So before we had a bolted undercarriage. It was a gray undercarriage that was bolted to the frame. This new undercarriage is welded to the frame. It looks like they're running a larger drive sprocket, and then dual idlers, front and rear idlers are dual versus single. That's going to make a big difference as far as wanting to roll a track off or not. So there you can see the fronts are double, backs are double. Before the fronts were double, and now they've just added that feature to the back. They've relocated our pre-cleaner, moved it up a little bit higher. It was tucked down in there, basically just a little relocate tube there. Engine compartment, same as always, very accessible. There we've got our engine, easy access to our hydraulic lines as usual. They changed this latch a little bit. Before, the overflow bottle was attached to that latch. Now it's standalone. Close that back up. We'll walk around and take a look in the cab. Power quick attach there. In the cab, nice flat floor as usual. We've got our air ride seat. We have the joystick controls mounted to the armrests. These armrests do slide forward and back. There we've got our deluxe display. Turn our key on to get a better look at that. While that boots up, look here on the other side, you can see the radio, HVAC controls, as well as our auxiliary hydraulics, lights, bucket quick attach, self-leveling. See, that's showing up looking into the sun here. We do have a foot throttle coming back up. Now we see our deluxe display. That's going to give us all of our standard gauges there, as well as be able to go through several of these menus to see things. There's our backup camera. and our settings there. Very nice redesign on this machine. The 37 is designed similarly in the boom and cab. It's going to be a larger frame, and then the 31 is getting a redesign as well to have a similar boom. Thanks for watching.